right, so we're still on the podcast, and now we're going live here on TikTok. So this is part 2 of our podcast. Same podcast going on, but we paused it real quick so we can go live on TikTok while we're doing this podcast. And what we've been talking about is the comeback is always better than the setback, and we're giving examples of that. We discussed that. We also discussed on you have 2 choices in life. You can either continue to sleep with your dreams or you can wake up and chase them. And we were talking about the appetite for success. What does that look like? Everyone can see Zara behind me. Zara fucking loves to be successful. Zara's cousin Zog over there also loves to be successful. Yes, I chat with aliens. It's true. You don't have to believe it, and that's fine. That's on you. But it is facts. I chat with aliens. It's just what I do. They came in here. 2 other motherfuckers got evaporated up to the top because it's the alien exchange program. My boy Joe told you about that before. So some random motherfuckers that went missing. I don't know where they're at. Or somewhere on this planet. They get sucked up. 2 of these guys drop down. I wouldn't say guys. They're aliens. They identify themselves clearly as aliens. And so you've got Zog and you got Zara. So with that, they are going to, they communicate kind of like the way sound waves work, right? You can't really see them. Same thing when like you send pictures. I can hear them because I have a relationship with them, so they've told me a lot of things. One of the things I was discussing with them earlier was chasing your dreams and waking up and chasing them and trying to accomplish them, or sleeping with them. It's your choice on how you want to handle it and do it. The other thing I was just mentioning in the podcast earlier was the appetite for success. What does that mean? Well, the appetite for success means that you have to dictate what it is you're hungry for in life. Success can come in so many different variations. It can come in money. It can come in, it shouldn't come in money. It could come in love. It could come in relationships. It could come in having a certain job, having time off. Different things that you've got is what success looks like. For me, success is fulfillment. And fulfillment to me is happiness. So you can be poor and you can be successful, or you could be rich and you could be successful, or you could be rich and you could be unsuccessful, or you could be poor and you could be unsuccessful. Well, what does that mean? It means that the money doesn't dictate if you're successful. It's just an addition to it. It's a tool. It's an item. It's a reward. But that doesn't determine success. Happiness determines success. Fulfillment determines success. The problem is we all judge each other too much in life, social media and everywhere else, on, oh, what do they have? How many followers do they got? How much money do they got? What do they drive? Where do they live? I mean, I've heard that bullshit ever since I was in high school. In high school, I had the same motherfuckers at Central Cabarrus High School. You guys know who you are. They live in Concord. They live in Harrisburg. They never left the fucking city. They stayed on their mama's titty. They did the same shit. They stay in the same fucking place. They have no life. You run into them like, oh, you're still here in the city? Yeah, I still live in the same fucking city. Probably live in the same fucking house. Same people where they peaked in high school, didn't do shit as adults. Those fuckers, I'm talking to you. What's the deal with them? Well, with them, they would judge people like me or other people that didn't have money because I lived in a trailer park, or I drove a fake Tommy Hilfiger. I had a fake Tommy Hilfiger, or I drove a shitty car. And they would give me shit about stuff like, hey, by the way, you know, your family's broke and you guys can stick your feet out and move your house and blah, 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 blah. The reason I say this, and I mentioned it in my best-selling book, by the way, I like to remind people about that. But the reason I bring it up is because that gave me drive. And my drive wasn't to have more than them, although that was part of it. My drive was to never feel that way again. My drive was to never, my appetite was, I don't want to be judged for something I can't control. Now, there's things you can't control in life. How you're raised and where you live, you cannot control in life. What your skin color is or your gender is, you cannot control in life. These are things you can't fucking control. So when you judge people by things that they can't control, it's pretty fucked up. You can't judge people by how much money they have growing up. You can't judge people by their skin color, their gender, things like that they're out of their control. That's bullshit. You just can't. If you want to judge a motherfucker that's an adult, that's not out providing, is lazy as shit, not getting a job, and not successful, again, I say success isn't money, success isn't title, success is happiness and fulfillment. But if you want to judge a motherfucker that's an adult, that's a grown-ass man or woman, that's not successful, meaning they're not living their best life and they're not happy, absolutely you can fucking judge them because they have a choice to put in the work. They have the choice to go in and fucking find happiness and find marriage and find love and find a way to be happy. They have that choice. If they choose to sit in the mud, that's on them. So absolutely. But when you judge people by things they can't fucking control, that is really what it is you're an insecure son of a bitch. That's really what it is. Like, it's sad. When I grew up as a kid, I was judged because I was poor. because I had a shitty car, because where my parents moved us, because we lived in a trailer park, we didn't have a lot of money. My wife, when she was a kid, was judged because her dad went to fucking prison, because her dad was on TV. Now my kids have been judged because we've been rich, and then my kids are judged because I've been on TV with my company closing. Like, you know, those are things that are sad, that insecure little fuckheads, kids or adults, it doesn't matter, insecure little fuckheads like to prejudge people. And it's wrong. It's wrong because the world's full of hate. You shouldn't be on social media judging people. You should be on social media getting motivated. You should see that and go, damn, I want to live like that. What do I got to do? That's what should be your driver if you're going to be on social media. When you're on social media going, y'all see Lucy? Look at that bitch. I know she's doing that. Y'all see Mike? He's full of shit. You know he's probably breaking the law. Y'all see John? You know that company's going to fail soon. Those are motherfuckers that are insecure, that are not successful. They're not successful. Why? Because they fucking live off other people's misery because they won't fucking go out and do anything in life. They literally just fucking sit there and live through other people. That's sad. They live through your success and they live through your failures and they want to see you fail. And that's why the whole podcast earlier I was just talking about, the fucking comeback is so much better than the setback. Like, let the problems happen. How do you overcome that? How do you fucking win? Right? I'm all about winning. I'm a sore ass loser. I love to fucking win. And the whole point is you can't win all the time. You're going to lose. Like we just lost this fucking football game this weekend. I was so pissed. I was talking about in the podcast earlier. I was like, listen, we lost because of me. We were up 14-0, 4 minutes. It's fucking middle school football. And we lost because I got arrogant. I got cocky. I got my ego. We should have punted the ball. We should have ran the ball. And look, we had a fumble. They recovered it. We threw a pick six. I mean, you're not supposed to throw the fucking ball in the fourth quarter with 4 minutes left when you're up 14-0. My dumb ass, after penalties, fucking did it. Why? Because I got ego. My ego kicked in. I got fucking arrogant. I got hungry. I'm invincible. And shit happens. And then you lose a game and you feel bad. Your kids are crying. You're like, shit. Fuck, I got to get better. I can tell you what won't happen because you learn from the setback. The comeback's better. I can tell you what won't happen. These kids are going to be fired up and we will never fucking run into that problem again. We got a fucking lead. We're smash mouth football. We're punching people in the face. And we talked about it earlier. Everybody's tough till they get punched in the fucking face. Mike Tyson said it. And everybody's a gangster till a real fucking gangster walks in. And that's the same kind of mentality you got to have. That you got to be able to one that's the gangster walking in, or you got to be able to one that's going to punch a motherfucker in the face. Not physically. I'm just saying literally. Like, you got to have that mentality of, I'm here to fucking make shit happen. I'm not here to watch your fucking little fucking hunky-dory story on fucking social media and live through you in the wrong way. I am all about living through people in a positive way on social media. If you want to get on social media and be like, this motherfucker inspires me, I like listening to him, and I want to do some of the things he or she's doing, that is fucking what it's for. But when you're looking at something and you're hating and you're fucking tearing down and you're picking apart and you're making excuses for your shitty ass life and you're pointing at everybody else's life, then motherfucker, you're insecure. You've got Little Johnson syndrome or something. You've got some insecurity. And the problem is, a lot of you are ugly and mean. And it's hard in this life to be ugly and mean. Usually you can only be one of them. So what's baffling to me is you got ugly fucking people out here that just aren't attractive and aren't successful, and they're mean. It doesn't make sense to me. And again, I say this, success isn't money and fucking title. So don't get this twisted. I'm not fucking flaunting and flexing money on you. I'm saying success is happiness. So if you're not successful, then you're an unhappy son of a bitch or lady. You're just fucking unhappy. And then when you're hating on other people, guess what? You're still fucking unhappy, and now you're trying to leak into that negativity and that bullshit to everybody else. And so if you've got Little Johnson syndrome or my fucking life sucks syndrome and you're hating on other people and you're running your mouth, then how are you bettering yourself? You're just insecure. When people, and by the way, the show today is actually brought to you by Prime. Paul Logan, thanks for giving us more of this Glowberry Prime, baby. Sent out to us to help the Unleashed podcast. I got to take a sip. It tastes like fucking apples. Anyways, when you're sitting here hating on people and you're doing all these things, my question is this: how are you bettering yourself? When you're judging people and their success and you're tearing it down or you're making an excuse, the number one thing I see is people's success becomes other people's failure. Well, they're successful because I couldn't do this. You find excuses of why you're not at their level. Think about what I'm saying. You'll see someone on social media, and then you will find an excuse why you're not at their level. How many of you do that? You know, a lot of you motherfuckers do that. You sit there and you look at it, you're like, well, it's only because of this. Like, why are you finding excuses? Why can't you go, damn, that motherfucker is legit. How do I get to that point? Like, all right, I'm going to listen to people and I'm going to start doing. I'm not going to fucking just talk shit, run my mouth. I'm actually going to listen, and then I'm going to start doing. Because the problem we have in life, I'm telling you, is everybody wants to fucking try to judge people. Who are you to judge? If somebody made a lot of money, good, they fucking deserved it. They earned it. If somebody built a great business, good, they earned it. If they lost their business, don't be like, fuck you, I told you doing anything wrong. You don't live in their shoes. You don't know what happened. You don't know what conspired. You don't know the sweat and tears and fucking efforts that go into shit. Don't be judgmental. Just be like, man, I pray for like they come back and do great. Like, what do they got to do? Don't be like, oh yeah, that's why, motherfucker, and piss on people's ashes. What are you doing? You're doing that, you know why? Because you're an insecure motherfucker, or you're an insecure fucking lady. That's what the fuck it is. You've got insecurities. You don't love you some you fucking problems. I got news for you. I fucking love me some me. I love my family. I love my wife. I love my kids. I love my business. I love my friends. I love my business partners. I love my podcast listeners, and I love my followers. But I'll tell you what, I also love me some motherfucking me. So you're not going to hear me go, well, you know, this guy's this because of that. And this guy's only this because of that, because I'm a secure motherfucker. When I walk into the building, I'm the most secure motherfucker. And I'm not the most secure because I'm the biggest, I'm the baddest, I'm the hottest, I'm the richest. I'm the most secure because I fucking choose to be. Because I love me some me. And when you love you some you can go out there and you can dictate what that life's like. You can go out there and make a difference in your life and not fucking feel insecure and try to tear people down and start to treat other people's success as your failure, or your failure as their success. And too many people do this all the time. They do it all the time. And as a small sliver of me doing the wrong thing this weekend was me getting arrogant and cocky on the football field on middle school football. And we lost the game because of my fucking ass. Because I ran my mouth to the ref, because we went for it on fourth down like fucking idiots and we're up 14 with 4 minutes left. And because we fucking decided to pass it in 3rd and 22 with less than a minute left and they did a pick six. We lost the game because of me. Even though we had the sexiest touchdown of the year with this fucking flea flicker that went 50 yards. You can see it on all my social media. It's fucking great. We lost the game, a game we should not even fucking lost, because of me. Now, people are like, dude, it's just football. Who cares? Oh, it cares because my son cried, kids were crying. It's fucking emotional. You know, it's relative. What people have going on in their life is relative. You can never minimize that. And that fucking pissed me off. Like all day yesterday, I felt like shit. I still am bothered. But I'll tell you what I won't do. I won't sit and cry all fucking week. I cried for a few days. Not cried, but I was pissed. But now I'm going to take that as fuel and I'm going to go, you know what? I'm going to learn from my ego and my arrogance. The fucking arrogance I had to do that was stupid. And that's done. It's going to be conservative. It's about winning. Let's go. I tell you this because how many times in life are you sitting there too arrogant, too comfortable, not fucking doing what you need to do? You sit there and you put in minimal effort because you're like, oh, I got this. I'm invincible. You're not invincible. I lost $1 billion company. $400 million fucking dollars it cost me. I didn't lose it fucking over like on purpose. I lost it because we dealt with a product liability manufacturer and we fucking couldn't stop the bleeding. And I never thought that would happen. I thought, fuck, we're Power Home, Peak Energy. Like, we're good. We got this. We can battle through this. And we almost did, but we didn't. Things happen. Life fucking happens. It punches you in the face. You can't fucking stop life from happening. You can't stop from some of the things coming your way. You can only control what you can control. And your appetite for success is something you can control. What the fuck you want to do with your life. And I'm not talking about money or fucking accolades or title. Success is happiness and fulfillment. Some of you people out there make very little money and don't have a lot and you're happier than any motherfucker out there. And guess what? Then you're super fucking successful and kudos to you. And you keep fucking doing that because I'm proud of you for being happy and fucking successful. And then some of you motherfuckers have all the money in the world and you hate life and you're miserable. And that's not success. You're rich, but you're not successful. And that doesn't bring you joy. You got to find things that bring you joy. Your appetite, your menu for success is you got to find out what it is you want in life. And then you've got to put the tools together and plan strategically to put in the work to get it done. And it doesn't happen overnight. You don't lose 100 pounds, lose 100 pounds tomorrow. You lose 1 pound at a time. So you have literally got to start deciding what it is you want to do and how you want to get there. How are you going to get to the next step? And part of that is you understanding what that appetite for success looks like. What is success to you? Write it down. This is success to me. Great. How do you get to that point? And during your journey and process to that point, how do you not worry about others and their success except in a good way? So people like, so you're trying to say I should never be on social media? Fuck no, I love social media. I mean, I don't surf on it a lot. I follow certain people. I think I follow 150 people max. And I love to see what they put out because I get inspired, I get motivated, and I get elevated by their shit. I'll say it again. I get inspired, motivated, and elevated by what they post. It doesn't rub me the wrong way. I don't get judgmental on their shit. I love to see success. You should love to see success. I love to see people going up and up and up, and it makes me inspired that I can go up and up and up. And I'm not talking about money. I'm talking about happiness and fulfillment. But I won't follow people, right, that bother me. First of all, I don't think anybody would really bother me. I sit here and think about it like it doesn't matter, but I'm not going to follow people that when I'm watching them, it's like, oh, I can't watch that. I'm not going to follow them and live through them and be angry and start posting negative shit. I'm just not going to follow people like that. But I love to see success. I love to see people train and get the best body they want. I love to see people work hard and make all the money they want. I love to see people build a business the way they want. I love to see people happy and love with their family the way they want. I love all that. It never bothers me. Like, I don't ever get jealous and go, well, it must be nice to fly on a private plane and have your family love you. Like, I'm like, fuck yeah, dude, let's go. We used to fly private all the fucking time. I love it. High five. Let's go. Like, I love success. But do you love success or do you hate success? And if you hate success, then you have a fucking you problem. You have an insecurity problem, and you need to look yourself in the mirror before you're worried about everybody else, because you're never going to get out of your own fucking way. You're going to continue to sit there and vomit and spew up bullshit about everybody else, and you're going to be in the same spot. It's all those fucking people I talk about in Concord. Not everybody in Concord, but a lot of people I went to high school with. The fuckers live in the same fucking city doing the same fucking shit, and they never did anything with their lives. Some of them are happy and successful, and I give them credit. Most of them aren't. Why? Because they peaked in high school, and all they do is judge and live through other people, and it's sad. And this happens all the time. How many of you know people that when you're around them, they're just fucking negative? I have really close friends of mine and their spouses that are so negative, I struggle hanging out with them. And I probably shouldn't say that out loud, because they're probably going to watch this and go, is that me? If you think it's you, guess what? It's fucking you. That's how I feel. But there are people that we're close to that I just don't like to hang out with, because all they do is run their mouth about other people, and they're fucking negative. And I tell my wife, I struggle being around them. They're just so negative. They just talk shit about everybody. I said, well, I'm like, well, dude, like, that bothers me. Like, what do you get out of that? Why don't you, like, help the world and talk good about people and how you can make a difference? Like, why are you always talking shit and hating on everybody? I don't understand why people do that. I don't understand why people live and just want to degrade people. It doesn't make sense to me. It just doesn't. Like, where does your head go? Where does your mind go to say, I just got to unleash, this podcast is called Unleash all these negative comments about other people and what they're doing, and find excuses of why I'm not there? I mean, how many of you out there, you see somebody do something, then you immediately get defensive of why you're not there? Then you're insecure. Let me say it again. How many of you see success and then you start defending on why you're not there? You're insecure. That's an insecurity trait. You should never have to explain yourself to yourself or anybody else about somebody else's success. It has nothing to do with you. You don't owe anybody an explanation. You don't have to say why you're not at their level. It doesn't fucking matter. You're not in a race with everybody else. You're in a fucking race with yourself yesterday. And the problem is all of you guys are in this fucking same race, racing each other for no fucking reason. Race yourself. What are you doing? Take yesterday's you and fucking challenge yourself to be better today. Why are you racing Jimmy down here or Stacy over there? Why do you fucking care? Everybody's life is different. Everybody's journey is different. Everybody's map's different. Everybody's level of success is different. How many of you like hate Elon Musk or hate fucking Jeff Bezos because they're successful? There's some of you out there really fucking hate people like that. Why? That's exciting. Good for them. It's fucking a beautiful thing. You should feel that way. When you see somebody that you know from the past that's doing well, you should be excited for them that they're doing well. You shouldn't feel like you have to explain yourself. You shouldn't feel like Jesus does love everyone. And you shouldn't feel like you have to defend yourself because you feel like somebody's better than you. I got news for you. Nobody's better than anybody. It doesn't matter how much money you have. It doesn't matter how much love you have, how much happiness you have. Everybody is fucking equal. And the only way that you can feel better than anybody else is being successful and happy in your own life, meaning you're fulfilled. Because you get to dictate your happiness, not anybody else. And if you're sitting here saying, that's bullshit, I can't dictate my happiness. Yeah, motherfucker, you choose if you're happy or not every day. You choose if you're going to smile. You choose if you're going to fucking accept things the way they are. You choose if you're going to make a difference in what they're doing and what your life is doing. You choose if you're going to fucking step out of your box and fucking do something in life or sit there and take it the way it is and the punch in the face. It's up to you if you're happy or not. It's up to you on how you react to things. How are you going to react to things? Like, that's dictating your happiness. Are you going to react the right way? You're going to react the wrong way. You're going to be angry the whole fucking time, or you're not going to be angry. I'm late for a fucking call, so I got to get on a call. But I will say this. I will end with this, okay? You have two choices every day you fucking wake up. Two choices in life. You can either sleep with your dreams every night, and they stay dreams. Or you can wake your ass up, and you can fucking chase them. You can choose that you're going to chase your dreams for success. It's not money. It's not status. It's not followers. It's happiness. It's fulfillment. What brings you joy? Maybe it's hanging out with your grandkids. Maybe it's doing more with your kids. Whatever you fucking need to make you happy, that's what you chase every day. When you don't and you waste a fucking minute, a second, an hour, a half a day on social media bashing other people, you're insecure and you're withering your fucking life away. You're wasting your energy worried and trying to throw rocks at other people for no reason. Don't do that. Find ways to see other people and see their success and use that as motivation and ideas for you to be successful. Use it as a positive, not a negative. You know what? I love that this person's so successful and I love what they do. I don't like that part, but I also like what this person does. I want to get involved and do two of these things and do that. I love how this person spends time with their family. I want to do that. These are the things that you've got to pay attention to when you're managing your life. These are the things when you wake up every day, and we take it for granted. We all do. I mean, my wife said the other day, she's like, our kids are almost grown up. Like, we got one 24, one 19, one 16, and one 13. She's like, I miss them being little. I'm like, fuck, I do too. You know, we got two grandkids. You know, we're taking our grandson to the Renaissance Festival. We're there with Hannah and her kids, and he's feeding, farm animals, and he's loving it. He's like giggling. It's like, I miss my kids being little. You don't get this time again. I drive my son to bumfuck to take him to school. And some people are like, why would you do that? It's 45 minutes of conversation I get with him every single morning. That's why I do it. I could be negative about it. I'm like, man, it's such a far drive. I'm not going to do that. I look at it as a positive. I get 45 minutes with my kid. We spend every day driving to school 5 days a week, where I drive him to school 45 minutes, spend time with him, have conversations. We talk sports. We talk life. We talk leadership. Shit, we even talk girls. He's like, oh, this girl, and he's 13. Like, I'll never get that back. What, am I going to be pissed that I got to drive him far? Am I going to be angry? I could have changed. You know what? I'm pissed off. I got to take my son so far. Fuck you. Be grateful your son's here and you can take him somewhere. The fuck is wrong with you? Why are you so angry? Look, and I can be an angry son of a bitch, but I'm angry when you fuck with me or my family or the people that I love. I ain't angry just to be angry. I ain't angry at someone's success. I ain't angry because of a situation. I react when people fuck with me. There's a difference. I'm not angry because of a situation. There is no situation too big. Your kids are here, love them, kiss them. Your wife or husband's here, love them, kiss them. Your family, your parents are here, love them, kiss. There's nothing too big. Because there's going to be a moment you wake up and they're gone. And then you're going to be like, fuck, why was I bothered to do that? Why didn't I make that effort? Why didn't I go see them? Why didn't I do dinner with them? Why didn't I want to spend more time with them? You can't get it back. You can't get it back. So you might as well make the most of it right now. In every situation, try to make it as positive as you can. It's all you can do. If you can make it positive, if you can think of the situation and look at the best, glass half full. Like I tell you, driving my son 40 minutes to school, people would bitch. I love it. My wife's like, you want Davis? No, I got it. And look, she probably should sometimes, so she gets that time. But they spend a lot of time after school. She picks them up. It's like a blessing. And a lot of people bitch about it. And sometimes I get it. Like, it's like, oh, I got to take them. But you got to look at it the other way. Everything's about how you look at things. Everything's about how you react to things. Everything's about how you take this shit burger and make it fucking the best gourmet fucking Kobe beef burger you can. You take chicken shit and you make chicken salad. However you want to look at it, what you get dealt in life, your reaction matters. It matters. And the comeback is always better than the setback. Make sure you check out the podcast Unleash. You can follow Apple Podcasts, Spotify Podcasts, Google Podcasts. You can follow me on Instagram, Jayson Waller Bam, Jayson Waller Unleashed. Also here on TikTok, we got live going on. Check out the podcast. Enjoy yourself. Bam!